Formerly diagnosed with schizophrenia, Arana knows all too well what it is like to hear voices. With the help of MP3 technology, he has created workshops that he says stimulate what it is like to hear distressing voices.
I think it gives people a lot more empathy and more instant appreciation of the challenges they're working with people. We haven't had a way of doing that in mental health until this workshop.
This is something I'm going to test run by performing one of the everyday challenges set by Arana.
Audio. So nothing has happened yet. A bit nervous.
You have to tell me how to get to Manly Walk.
Manly Walk, you have to go to security. Security, you get the bus there.
Okay.
And then you come down, you ask people what ward you have to go to Manly.
Okay.
How did you feel? I don't know, that I just felt self-conscious talking to someone while I can hear something else, because I felt like I couldn't concentrate on what the person was saying, and also unsure of what I was saying, because I guess my entire focus was on the conversation.
For a lot of people, they're really negative and destructive, and they can be quite intrusive. So if you've had that experience of using the MP3 player, it can be very, very hard to function.
Make you feel that someone's taking over your private space where you should be alone?
It feels like someone's taking over my private space, and I know, I guess people, even I thought, what's the difference between thoughts and these voices, but I know these aren't my thoughts, because I would never think some of this stuff.
Some people have one voice, some people have a cacophony of voices. So it really does vary from person to person. Often the voices are destructive, negative, quite harmful in the messages that they're giving. Sometimes they're friendly. They can be positive, they can be benign voices. Although that is unusual, I've certainly met people where that is happening. Those people don't want to give up their voices.
This is the case with Sarah, who says all her personalities are here for a reason.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Oh, hi, I'm Tara.
Figured. I'm kind of the more harsher personality. I don't do stress, and I don't do bullshit, and I don't do lies. I just tell things how they are.
Okay. Are you here often, Jen?
A fair bit, yeah. I get on really well with Simon,
Yeah.
so that's good. And I'm better at dealing with things that stress Sarah out. So, like, I help her out with her uni assignments and uni reading and that sort of stuff, because it doesn't stress me out and I find it really interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, how come Sarah can't do it?
Well, I suppose she can, but she gets really stressed, and that makes her really tired, and it makes her sick sometimes when she gets so stressed. And so it's just easier on everybody if I just come out and do it.
And how long have you been around for?
I was the second to come after Catherine, but my memories don't go back anywhere near as long as hers. Like, she has memories from when Sarah was 3. My memories only sort of start when she went to high school.
How old are you?
22, same as Sarah. People kind of think, oh, you can just get rid of them, like it's your imaginary friend that you all of a sudden stop thinking about. But it's like having a best friend and then all of a sudden them not being there anymore. Them not existing at all. Like, it's hard.
What do you think is one of the biggest challenges for people who hear voices or have a mental illness?
The biggest problem is stigma, without a doubt. I mean, before looking at how they cope with their mental illness, you have to look at how the community copes with them.
1 in 5 Australians will experience a mental disorder at some stage during their lives. Dr. Hancock says it is a misconception that these people cannot overcome and successfully live with these illnesses.
At least a third of people, in fact, recover completely, and that means don't require medication anymore and don't have the symptoms of that illness anymore and return to life as it was before. But another third of people, over time, recover to the degree that their illness is still there, that they still have symptoms that wax and wane a bit, times that are better and worse, but the illness is less and less impacting on their life. So they're people that, and a lot of people I've worked with have returned to work, returned to study, they're at uni again.
Sarah and Simon are a prime example of this.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
We made it work. We could have seriously sat back and said our world's coming to an end, terror, woe to us, but at the end of the day, we're not living out in the we're not over in another country in the world where we're starving. We haven't got problems that we can't deal with, and
I think everything has its good points and bad points, and I focus on the good points. When I need a break, somebody else can come out. When I don't want to deal with something, somebody else can do it. We don't have a whole lot of extended family, both sides, and so we've gained like a whole family.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Simon
that's a
gets
wrap.
jealous.
That's it?
Yeah, I want personalities. Okay, I want personalities.
Do you really?
I do, and I honestly say it to her is that when life gets hard for me, I don't get a chance to have a break, or if I'm having a really bad day, I don't get someone to come out and take over for me. And I really wish that even if just one personality, I could have one personality, I'd love it just to be able to help me out in situations. Like someone who is a geek would be great for me. So I struggle at school, so someone who could come out and just do study for me would be great.